Hi, I'm back. On this video, this segment, we're going to cover where to look for scholarships because there are a lot of places you can look, and it's much different now in 2007 than it was in 1989 when my son, my ex-husband, who's still my husband at the time, and I did our search for scholarships. One of the easiest ways, of course, is to keep your eyes and ears open when you're watching the television and radio and newspapers. And it's not just an education section in a newspaper. You will find listings or mentions of scholarships in practically the entire newspaper. You can sometimes find it in the national part of the newspaper because it may be a nationally offered award. It might be in Metro. It could be in the business section, sports. I've even found them in the backs of coupons. So you do need to look at your entire newspaper. Magazines is a big place. Some of the better ones that I've found are Good Housekeeping, Red Book, Hispanic Magazine, Hispanic Business, and Ebony. Now then, you don't have to be Hispanic or African American to read Hispanic Magazine and Ebony. You just need to look through them because sometimes they may list a scholarship or mention one that has no limit to the ethnicity of the student when they're applying, but that's where it is when they're discussing it. My suggestion is not to necessarily subscribe to all these magazines. You can go to your library on a monthly basis and view all of them. You want to keep one of them, well then go and buy the actual magazine, but it isn't something that you need to worry about the expense to look for scholarships. You might ask professors. They sometimes know. If you're in college or high school, look in the hallways, especially around the scholarship offices or counselors' offices. Most of them do have bulletin boards up in the hallways when you're in college, and you will see them listed about scholarships, fellowships, internships, work-study jobs, all sorts of variety of ways for you to get money or experience that's going to lead towards money when you need it so desperately. And you do want to make sure that whether you're in college, high school, or even middle school, you do go and look at the financial aid office or your counselor. Your counselor is going to have a wealth of information. And in colleges, they may only have a financial aid office. Some colleges also have a scholarship office. When you're applying to college, some schools have a separate application for scholarships. Some do not, and so they use your application for admission to look at scholarships, grants, fellowships, loans that they will then possibly offer you or award to you. But some schools will only do that, the application for admission and scholarships, on the year you are applying for admission. Thereafter, you must go to a scholarship office to apply for them. And there are literally hundreds of scholarships out there. Not all of them are going to apply to you, but a good number of them may. What I would suggest is that you develop a good relationship with the person at the scholarship office or your counselor or the secretaries in both of those departments. If you go in the first time, you can ask, well, where do you keep your scholarship listings? They may say on that bulletin board, in this notebook, in the CD. They're going to have a variety of different ways. So the next time you go in, you don't want to necessarily ask the same question because they're going to wonder why you don't remember from last time. But you want to make that connection with that person so that they will realize you've been in again. And you really should visit your scholarship office at least once a month, if not every other week. Do not do it just once a year because something could go by before you even know. Perhaps you've gone in September and you think, okay, I've got the leadway of time here, but a new business may move into the area in January and not offer a scholarship until February. You didn't go since September, you won't know about it. So you do need to go a good bit. So what do you do the second, third, fourth time you're in there? Well, the next time you say, hi, I'm here, anything new? Next time it could be, oh, I like that blouse on you, or those earrings. My favorite comment is, have you been losing weight? When anyone tells me that, they are endeared to my heart. And in fact, the next time you come in, you can bring them a plate of cookies because they've lost weight anyway. You always want to make that connection, because once you're in college especially, it could be, and even sometimes in high school, that only one person may apply for a given scholarship, and the school needs to determine who are they going to give the application to. You want it to be the person that needs it the most, yourself. And if you've been going in there all the time and that person who has that scholarship application knows it, he or she is going to remember that you are working really diligently to get money. They may put it aside. Next time you come in, they then say, hey, psst, psst, come here, I've got something for you, and voila, there it is. I've talked to numerous students across the country who said that is exactly how they were awarded their scholarship. So you need to keep that in mind. You also want to, of course, go to the internet. The internet has just exploded with information. The internet was not around in an option back in 1989 when we were doing the search for our son. But the downside to doing a search on the internet is that it is so vast. You go in, put in some sort of search word into Google, you are going to literally get thousands, if not a million websites. And by the time you least expect it, you look up, you've been on the internet for 2 hours, you're nowhere near where you were supposed to be. You found a lot of information, but you need to be kind of specific and make your time worthwhile. If you've got access at home, it may not be as limiting, but if you're accessing this information at a library, they sometimes limit how long you can stay on an internet connection with a computer, and 30 minutes may be the max. So you want to make sure you're using your time wisely. Go to our website, www.cashforcollege.com. You can write to us at mckee@cashforcollege.com or Ruiz@cashforcollege.com, RUIZ. And we will answer your email. But another place you may want to go, and you should register with, is www.fastweb.com. You can register as a student or as a parent, and they are really great about giving you headway about online scholarships. And keeping track of online scholarships is difficult because the internet is vast. They will send you reminders, oh, this is coming up, here's a new one. So it is a neat way to do it. You can go to collegeboard.org, and they have a great website for finding careers, but I will also give you another listing on careers at the end of this video that you may want to find out more about, because then the nice thing about College Boards is that it tells you what kind of classes to take in high school and in college to get to that career or major. In the other one, it's more about the career itself, but the more you know, the better prepared you are. And of course, www.ed.gov, which is the government's website. You also want to look in books, and like I had showed you in a previous video, of course, one of the best books on the market is Cash for College, written by yours truly and my ex-husband. If you use primarily Spanish, or you know a parent who is primarily Spanish speaking, you may want to tell them about Dinero para la Universidad. You are specific about essays, write it right. You can get the Cash for College and Write It Right at any bookstore, even eBay, online at Amazon or Barnes Noble, Borders, etc. The Spanish version you must get from us. There's of course Cash for Grad School. There is also one from the federal government called the Student Guide. Our books, of course, have a price to them, but the Student Guide is free. You can go online and print it off the computer, or you can ask them to send you a copy. And we will provide you with all of those listings at the end of this video, which is now. So I will say adieu, so we'll have enough time for the listings before we get stopped. All right? Listen in for the next one, where we will cover your resume. All right? Thanks for listening. Bye.